the NFL on EA Sports.
And everyone's watching Peyton Wilson.
He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Steelers and the Browns, next on EA Sports.
As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Heward. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, you can brag if you like to, because I know you had to the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over for big yardage, maybe 6 points too. The select group of quarterbacks where when he takes the field, everyone, and I mean everyone, takes notice. He's part of the game's elite, the game's most important position, and it really is a spectacle, Kate, anytime he leads an offense out, because you know he's capable of plays that other quarterbacks in this league simply cannot make.
Jerry Jeudy with the grab, and they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They go play action on first. He beams one, deep right, brought in, inside the 20. And he'll go down, looks like they're marking him at the 11. They get 38 out of the play. And that's good for Cleveland, first down.
Yeah, right there, that's what you want to see on the opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And he's able to bring this one down to the 4-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They look to throw. Flush down the... Touchdown! The Browns take a 6-0 lead right away. An earlier reminder that while you're trying to account for all the options they've got on offense, Brock, you also got to be wary of how well he can run the football, too.
You know, one of the questions that I love that you ask in our production meetings to these D coordinators is, anything keeping you up this week? Anything this offense does in particular that's going to be really bothersome? And it's just this, time and again, right? A quarterback that can run is such a weapon.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's 2nd down. Now looking to throw. Throw secured by George Pickett. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completes a DK Metcalf. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. Anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Complete to George
They rip off a
Pickens.
big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And that's a pitch for a touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on a football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Second drive coming up for this Cleveland offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Second and 10.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. That is stopped by Alex Highsmith. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Dropping back to throw. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's out of bounds off the midfield. They're now set for first and 10.
That's another Browns. First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 31-yard play, and that gives the Browns a first. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in.
Number 1.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Wilkins on the stop.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Another chance for it. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Now third and goal.
Pass play coming here. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 22-yard
Dicker connects there. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. enough to give them the lead.
Brown with a return here. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense for their second drive of the game. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Hits on the out. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackle made by Miles Murphy. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 39. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They pick up 20 yards there. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10, looking to throw. Austin's there to haul it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. They'll throw it again. The throw is caught. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what wanted to happen after the catch. He was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
He's got it. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And they finally bring him down after a huge return into their territory.
This is one of those times, Kate, where special teams have a chance to be special. Like the opponent goes down and scores a touchdown, and you just know you've got to respond and quell some of the momentum in the building. A return like that, well, it's off to a great start.
The drive will start out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they have this down to the 11 before being knocked down. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for first and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Give him around 6. That's going to make it second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
He's dropping back to throw. Coming in the goal line. And he's able to get into the 2 before the stop. Third and a lone yard coming up.
It's third and 1.
Give now from the gun. And he balls through the defense for a touchdown. The Browns with a slim 2-point lead early. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, buddy.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Boswell gets that point after the go. And the Browns push their lead to 3. Now Boswell on to send this away. He fields it from the 8. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. That's him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll have it 2nd and 8. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he'll go down and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. He'll throw it toward the sideline, and he's got it. Down to the 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. George Pickens the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump.
Uh-huh.
You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
Browns 17.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. They'll take this at the 10. They stopped on the return at the 27. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Option give here. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Another carry for him. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
They'll try and throw it here. That's caught for the 1st. And he goes out. Just need one more step there to reach midfield. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these out.
Mike Tomlin never afraid to tell the officials how he feels, and he's got the
Previous
challenge
play
right
is
now.
under review.
We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to make the catch.
Yeah.
Now we got to look and see, did he get both feet in with possession?
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a third one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on first, it's second down. Still sticking with the passing game. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to going vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Big play got him to the doorstep, Brock. 4 more yards now in goal to go. First down from the red zone. And the touchdown, it's intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Wilson.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Duke the defender.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly when he's able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Running for the marker on second. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, recycle it and save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down pass, set by a defender, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball. The ball skills isn't just knocking it away. That's a beautiful job there, Kate. The ball skills is also being able to track the ball on a deeper throw like that. If you then swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
He may take away that quick slant look easy there, Brock, even in zone coverage.
Yeah, it is not an easy route to stop, and you have to have tremendous eyes. I talked to you, Kate, and everybody about anticipation as a quarterback. It's the same thing for a cornerback in zone anticipation.
The Rams close in and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
I think his decision-making would have checked, but his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And this is the first time he's been called on today. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Connects with Thrash. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. All on the 45, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back carries here. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down.
And 8 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47. Pass complete to Thrash. He pushes this down at 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's good.
yards on that game. Darius Slay with the stop.
Brings up
Second down now, 7 to go.
at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Here's the throw. Throw reeled in by Njoku. This is ahead for about 5. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
Number 85.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage. A trusting tight end.
And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Right at the line of
No
scrimmage.
gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Trying to push this past the blocker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a lot of trust you're putting in the guy who's known for shortening necks. These fullbacks are not relied to go get you distances like that, but he was up for the challenge.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 36-yard line.
Another try following the sack. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing with a blitz on the way. They get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down.
By Alex Tyson.
And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything. And this defense just proved he couldn't.
Boswell on for the field goal.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from
57-yard
Cleveland.
attempt.
The Browns
Chris
in
Boswell
possession.
on for the field goal.
Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. It's far enough, but no good. He sent it just a little bit right. And this will remain a 4-point game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Catch is made down the right sideline. He's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers grow their lead just before halftime. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one.
The kicker
Looking
on
to
for
tack
the
on the
extra
point
point.
after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers drive their lead to 11.
Browns 17.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. They've got 1st down from the 31. Throwing it to start this drive. Short pass brought in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 20.
Getting out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here's the long back with the handoff. It's a great extra effort to keep that one going for this game. That's good for 7 yards. And that's good for Cleveland. First down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Connection made to Judy. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Now a timeout's called. Cleveland using its second. Pass play on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Some guys, you just have to account for them, especially middle linebackers. I remember Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher, it just felt like their presence took up the entire field. In this linebacker today, we had the interception earlier, a sack right now, you've got to start figuring out a plan for him, or he will take over this game.
Dicker connects there. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. That brings us to the break. The Steelers taking a lead into the visiting locker room. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, where it was the visiting Dolphins who come away victorious on the road. Tua Tagovailoa leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And at halftime, they trail the visiting Seahawks in that ball game. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get you to Baltimore. Check on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Lamar Jackson, terrific in the victory, as his guys up their mark to 4-1 now. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Brown with a return here. The Steelers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And our team in the truck putting these highlights together, well, they certainly had plenty of touchdowns to choose from. 4 of them, actually. Though the way he's been playing, Brock, you cannot count on him being done reaching that end zone just yet. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. They said Metcalf left. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You It's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the market, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Back row to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
They'll throw it.
at the 40-yard line.
Metcalf working that right side. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
Setting up a throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
First down,
Football
Steelers.
on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Now give left side. And finally they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup.
Across midfield for the
2nd and 6 coming up here.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're throwing it. Pass taken in by Fryermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Pat Fryermuth, the touchdown. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Browns ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Throwing back, that's the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
49-yard line.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They have themselves another 1st and 10.
Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This time it's a passing play. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they stop him. He's marked down on that 18-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. A nice pickup on the weapon there. And they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
First down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another snap from the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Pass play now. Buys time, rolling right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd goal. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Drops back. Needs an open man. Now on comes the Wizard of Oz, Chris Boswell for the field goal. Very short kick here from the right hash. Dicker connects there. And doing what they can against the lead as it's back down to 12.
He's happy to bring him 3 points closer, but I'm sure he sees the situation of the game. He knows 3 isn't going to cut it to end these drives. They need to find the end zone.
Brown with a return here. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. On first down, they'll run. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw now. The Browns close in and take him down. So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. Back to throw. Complete over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. They'll send out the punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Now we're on the counter. Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Brought down back at the 31-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Shotgun snap, look to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Taken down and
And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Play action on first down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Pittsburgh.
Warren here from the gun. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. That's him on the quick hitter. He's got a gain of 6 there. It was Denzel Ward who brought that play to an end. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Run with Warren. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets this one down to the 30-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing off the play fake here. And they will score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That is his 6th passing score of the game. A lot of quarterbacks could go several weeks without throwing that many touchdowns. And now, keep in mind, he's only one off the NFL record of 7 in a single game. Now we'll see them try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers go up by 19.
42. Browns 23.
The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Third down and 10 yards to go.
Looking to the air here. Throwing the out route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Complete to number 81.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to catch the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down. It took a great defensive effort to do it.
That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a first. They'll look to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers will take over as he reports his first interception of our season.
Obviously not the cleanest game with 3 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in the next series. You got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Now we give to Warren. Coming right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swinging.
It's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. It's a gain of 4. They're going to need twice that now on 3rd and 8. Here he goes on the bootleg. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers put up even more points in a win. From Sid Luckman in 1943 to Drew Brees in 2015. We've had 8 quarterbacks throw 7 touchdowns in one game. And now we have a 9th who's accomplished that feat as his dominance over this defense continues. That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers grow their lead yet again. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3.
These guys are flying down the field. Reminds me of the guys at Braveheart. But different than Braveheart, these guys got 2 things on their mind. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, try to separate the ball if they can. It's rare that it happens, but boy, is it big when it does.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid.
That was first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have their 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play. keep driving that defense back.
And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you gotta react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Throw on third down. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. All right, set now. 1st and 10.
That's good for a Browns first down. 1st and 10.
Now looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He takes it himself. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Browns a first. New set of downs for him from the 46.
46-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. Still going at the 30. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10.
That's another Browns first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Dropping back to throw. Judy there to grab it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. He picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
From the 21. Into the hands of Tillman. Complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
4-yard line.
2nd and very short, looking to pass. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Gotta stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up.
Still 2nd down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's brought down for a loss.
Complete to David
I wish
Njoku.
everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
3rd down from the gun. And he has the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns putting up points in a game decided. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Well, he definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Down by 3 scores, their hand is forced. They're going to try the onside kick here. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. On 1st down, Warren. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
He'll throw. Third man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And now they're left with 4th and short. Going for it with Warren. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Steelers moments away from their 4th win of the year. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. They'll go again with Warren. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run. Pretty sound stop there defensively.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they take him down, but he's able to get this inside the red zone. Calling a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards them with a 1st and goal. So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners, as with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.